What if the modern world, with its digital chaos and fleeting trends, found its patron saint in a teenager who loved video games, sneakers, and the Eucharist with equal passion? A boy who proved that sanctity isn't an artifact of a bygone era, but a living, breathing reality for our time. Welcome to The Cross Remains, a sanctuary for those seeking to connect with the eternal truths of our Catholic faith. My name is Michael, and today we journey into the extraordinary life of Blessed Carlo Acutis, a young man of our time whose deep love for the Eucharist and the Rosary serves as a powerful testament to a new generation. He was a beacon of light in the digital age, showing us that holiness is not only possible, but urgently needed in a world of screens and short attention spans. This story of Carlo Acutis is not merely an account of a saintly life. It's a profound invitation to find Christ in the very tools of our modern existence. Born in London in 1991 and later raised in Milan, Carlo Acutis was a quintessential child of the late 20th century. He grew up surrounded by computers and the internet, tools that many saw as a source of distraction and moral decay. Yet for Carlo, these were not hindrances to his faith, but instruments for a divine purpose. His parents, not particularly devout themselves, were astounded by his early and fervent desire for a relationship with God. This spiritual awakening began with his first Holy Communion at age 7, a moment that ignited a lifelong passion for the Blessed Sacrament. Blessed Carlo Acutis called the Eucharist his highway to heaven, a powerful metaphor that resonates deeply in our age of instant communication and digital pathways. He recognized the Eucharist not as a symbol, but as the living, real presence of Jesus Christ. This profound belief was the cornerstone of his spiritual life. He attended daily Mass and spent hours in Eucharistic Adoration, seeing this intimate encounter with Christ as the ultimate source of strength and joy. This steadfast devotion to the Eucharist is a central theme of his spiritual legacy. In addition to his Eucharistic devotion, Carlo Acutis was a fervent proponent of the Rosary. He understood that this simple, repetitive prayer was a powerful spiritual weapon and a profound way to grow closer to the Blessed Mother. He made it a point to pray the Rosary daily, using it as a meditative tool to contemplate the life of Jesus. For Carlo, the Rosary was not a tedious obligation, but a source of peace and a shield against the temptations of the world, a practice he encouraged everyone to adopt. While many of his peers were consumed by video games and social media for entertainment, Carlo Acutis used these platforms for evangelization. He taught himself to program and build websites, creating an online exhibition of Eucharistic miracles from around the world. He wanted to use the very tools of the digital age to share the truth of Christ's presence in the Eucharist, bridging the gap between ancient faith and modern technology. His work became a powerful global testament to faith, a true digital mission. Despite his exceptional intelligence and technical skills, Carlo remained humble and grounded. He was known for his kindness, his defense of those who were bullied, and his unwavering concern for the poor. He would use his allowance to buy sleeping bags for the homeless and volunteer at soup kitchens. His life was a seamless integration of prayer and action, demonstrating that a deep spiritual life leads to a tangible love for one's neighbor. His virtues, even at a young age, were truly heroic. Carlo Acutis spent countless hours researching and cataloging Eucharistic miracles from every corner of the globe. He meticulously documented over 136 miracles, creating a comprehensive online exhibition. He believed that these historical and scientifically verified events were tangible proofs of the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. and he wanted to make this powerful evidence accessible to everyone. This project became his most enduring digital legacy, a testament to his evangelistic zeal. Carlo had a profound love for the saints, seeing them as spiritual role models and friends. He drew inspiration from figures like Saint Francis of Assisi, who also lived a life of poverty and a deep love for creation. He believed that holiness was an achievable goal for every person, regardless of their age or profession. He often said, "All are born as originals, but many die as photocopies," urging people to embrace their unique path to sainthood, just as he did. In early October 2006, Carlo was struck by a sudden and aggressive fever. Initially diagnosed as a simple flu, his condition rapidly deteriorated. It was soon discovered he had acute myeloid leukemia, an incurable and devastating form of cancer. Despite the immense physical suffering, Carlo faced his illness with a remarkable sense of peace and supernatural joy, offering his pain to God for the Pope and the Church. Even on his deathbed, Carlo Acutis' selfless love for others shone through. He told his mother, "I offer all the suffering I have to undergo for the Lord, for the Pope, and for the Church, so as not to have to go to purgatory, but to go straight to heaven." His final act was an act of profound and complete self-sacrifice, a final and total gift of his life to God. He understood that his suffering had redemptive value, a truth at the very heart of the Christian faith. Blessed Carlo Acutis passed away on October 12, 2006, just 2 days after his 15th birthday. His death was mourned by many who knew him and were touched by his simple yet profound faith. His funeral was attended by people from all walks of life, a testament to his universal appeal and the power of his spiritual witness. His brief life was a testament to the truth that one does not need to live a long life to achieve holiness. The miracles attributed to the intercession of Saint Carlo Acutis began to surface soon after his death. The most prominent one involved a young Brazilian boy, Mato, who was cured of a life-threatening pancreatic disease after his mother prayed for Carlo's intercession. This miracle was officially recognized by the Vatican, paving the way for his beatification in 2020. His legacy continues to grow, inspiring young people around the world to embrace their faith in a contemporary way. On October 10, 2020, Carlo Acutis was beatified by the Catholic Church, a momentous occasion that saw him recognized as a blessed. The event received global media attention, positioning him as the first millennial to be beatified. Pope Francis has hailed him as a model for today's youth, a blessed role model who shows that true happiness is found in God, not in the fleeting pleasures of the world. Saint Carlo Acutis has become a powerful symbol for a new generation. He is widely considered the potential patron saint of the internet, a digital evangelist who used his passions for a higher purpose. His life reminds us that technology is not inherently evil. It is a tool that can be used for good or for ill. Carlo's example urges us to use our digital tools to build up the kingdom of God, to spread the light of Christ in the digital sphere, rather than get lost in its darkness. Upon the exhumation of his body for beatification, a remarkable discovery was made. Although not incorrupt in the traditional sense, his body was found to be in an astonishingly well-preserved state, and his relics were made available for veneration. This physical preservation, in a world where everything seems to decay, serves as a powerful symbol of the incorruptible nature of the soul and the eternal truths of our faith. Saint Carlo Acutis' story transcends the digital age. It is a timeless message about the power of the Eucharist, the importance of prayer, and the call to holiness for every person, no matter their age or circumstances. He demonstrated that true joy comes from putting Christ at the center of our lives. He lived by his profound conviction that the more we receive the Eucharist, the more we will become like Jesus. So what can we learn from this young man's life? We learn that sanctity is not reserved for monks and nuns of a distant past. It is for us today, in our homes, our schools, and our workplaces. St. Carlo Acutis challenges us to use the tools we have, whether they are computers, phones, or social media, to spread the light of Christ. He reminds us that our faith is not a relic to be dusted off on Sundays, but a living, breathing reality to be lived out every moment of our lives. St. Carlo Acutis' life is an ultimate invitation to follow his example, to make the Eucharist the center of our lives, to pray the Rosary daily, and to use our talents and our time to bring others to Christ. His witness is a powerful testament to the truth that sainthood is for everyone, and it begins right where we are, with the love of Jesus in our hearts and on our screens. His journey reminds us to seek heaven as our final destination. The story of St. Carlo Acutis is a powerful reminder that the cross remains as the enduring sign of God's love in every generation. If this story has touched your heart and inspired you to deepen your faith, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content, and click the bell icon to be notified of our next video. Thank you for watching, and may the love of Christ endure forever in your heart.